suspect!
Coming to get you, Bobber.
Hi guys, my name's Barry and welcome back to the channel. So I just watched a horror movie with Kevin Bacon at a camp in the woods, and I thought that's maybe not a recipe for disaster, but it's something that I was very interested in. So yes, I watched the new movie on Peacock called They/Them, or just They Them, however you want to see it. Very clever marketing because They/Them, you get it. I didn't have high hopes for the movie. It did look bad. So I knew what to expect, and if I enjoyed any part of this movie, then that would have been a bonus, but I'll tell you my thoughts. Now, first of all, I'm one of these people that just doesn't care who you are, gay, straight, black, white, etc, etc. You probably hear that all the time, but I'm also one of these people that tries to go out the way not to hurt people's feelings. I try and look at other people's perspective, and I would do to them and say to them what I would expect back, etc. So I'm very respectful in that manner. So when I'm doing this review, I don't mean to disrespect anyone. If I say something that I maybe shouldn't, it's not because I'm against that or for that, it's just because that's just the way I've said it in this review. So be warned if you're easily offended. Now, this is first and foremost a horror slasher movie, but there is a gimmick in this one, and the gimmick is there's gay and trans people, and I think that was the pull for not just me, but anyone trying to watch a movie. Some people will watch a movie to be offended by it. Some people will just watch it because they're interested in what it looks like. And I was interested in it because I know that it is a gimmick at the end of the day, because it is a hot topic just now. They, them, she, her, he, him, etc. It's a hot topic, and the movie makers, Blumhouse, have latched on to that idea. I'm not going to say gimmick because it's something that people live with. So they've latched onto this idea about that and just made it a horror movie, and I think that was a big issue straight from the beginning for me. Even before I saw the movie, I knew it was going to be a big issue. Sort of like Black Christmas with the whole Me Too movement. It's the exact same with this one with They/Them. It's just a gimmick disguised as a horror movie. Now, throughout this movie, we know that it's going to offend someone, whether it be straight people or gay people or trans people or whatever, but I think the movie tried its best to cater for everyone. I think it tried to show some points from a trans person's point of view and how they deal with life, a gay person, a straight person, how people see them, how they see people. So I think if I took anything away from this movie, is that everyone has their own opinion and everyone has their own view of people in the world. It does help that people who are acting in the movie, some of them I believe were gay, straight, trans, etc. So I think some of them were playing themselves really in the movie, and it gave them a chance to express themselves on screen, something that you don't see very often. And again, there will be people offended by that. There will be people saying that's woke, that's this, that's that. That's fine. If that is your view on it, then that's fine. But I think you need to give a movie a chance before you have that opinion on it. And I certainly gave the movie a chance, but so far into this review, I'm telling you that it just felt like a horror movie that has that gimmick of trying to get people in to watch it because of this they/them scenario. Just like Black Christmas, this one was heavily politically motivated. I don't mean politics as in the presidents of the United States, just kind of gender politics, etc. It was very heavy-handed, but not accidentally. They were intentionally heavy-handed because that was the main focus of this movie, and that was the biggest issue. Like I said, they swayed away from the horror from the beginning and went straight into that gender politics. At the start, you've got a kill, and it's nothing to do with gender, etc. It's just a straight up slash kill, which was decent. But after that, it went straight into what they really wanted to tell in their story. Now, if you haven't seen the movie and you are interested in it, stop watching this review just now because I'm going to reveal some spoilers. Anna Chlumsky is in this movie and she plays a character called Molly, but we find out at the end her name isn't Molly. She in fact killed Molly at the beginning of the movie and she disguised herself as Molly. But get this, not only is she the killer, she is also called Angela. Ooh.
Angela. Such a lovely name.
After the reveal that she was the killer, it felt very lackluster. It was nothing like Scream, where you get that big reveal, or any movies where it's a whodunit movie. This is a whodunit movie, and Molly/Angela being revealed as the killer was lackluster in itself, but her motives and intentions I mean, you can understand her intentions. She was basically tortured at this camp when she was a kid, and there's other camps around America where they're trying to make gay people straight, etc. Kevin Bacon, who plays Owen, he's the leader of this camp, this specific one, and you see photographs of people being tortured throughout the generations, throughout the years. So she was part of that. She was tortured as a kid, so she came back to kill the counsellors basically, or the people who were involved, or anyone who wants to be involved. So I get her motives and I get her intentions, but she was still playing it as a good guy, and he was the bad guy, even though he had never killed anyone. Yes, he'd done a lot of bad things, and in fact we don't even know if it was him specifically that done these bad things back in the past. However, he was still seen as the bad guy, but I'll get into that in a second. But when after she was revealed to be the killer, nothing really hit home. It was just, she's the killer, and that's it. One of my biggest issues was when she was revealed to be the killer but still trying to be the good guy. She then says she killed Molly at the beginning of the movie, this innocent woman who was travelling to the camp. Why not just pull her over and say, give me a car, I'm going to be doing this because you're going into a camp that does X, Y and Z. Why would you want to be a part of that? I'm going to pretend to be you, and I'm going to try and take them out, etc. Or not take them out or kill them, but just try and reason with them. Then maybe the real Molly would say, okay, that's fine, I understand that. But the fact that she's went and killed an innocent person who had nothing to do with it, you kind of, well, you're not a good guy at all. You're killing bad guys or bad people, but you've also killed an innocent woman. Unless Molly was part of it before, they didn't get into that. But from what I saw, Molly was just an innocent woman. Like I said, by the end of the movie, there wasn't a clear bad guy. Was Owen the bad guy, or was Angela the bad guy? I think the choice is yours, basically, which side you're on. And I think that's a big issue with this movie, because this movie will divide people, not whether they like the movie or not, but after they watch the movie, there will be some gullible people that will watch it and go, oh, I'm offended by this person, and this person's actions is right and this person's actions is wrong. And that's what the movie tries to make you do. The movie tries to make you pick a side of who is the better person or who is the worst person. I think that was the wrong thing to do for a movie like this, especially in a day where on social media there's already a lot of division within our community. There's already a lot of division in the world. Why bring real life issues into a horror movie and then make people choose, make people decide, and they're divided again, not because they like or hate the movie, but the decisions made in the movie against a certain person might offend someone. And I think that's a really bad filmmaking. The overall message is nice though. I think the overall message is no one can make you be who they want you to be. You don't have to be who someone else wants you to be. You just be you, and that's nice. That's a nice message. But when you're trying to make people pick a side and then cover it up in this horror movie, that's the wrong thing to do. It's not a horror movie at the end of the day, guys. It's just a gender political movie disguised as a horror movie. It was a bad decision by Blumhouse to take this one on. It was a really bad horror movie, and everything about it was just terrible. If you've seen this movie, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know how you feel about it. There will be people who like it. I'm just not one of them. I think it is one of the worst movies, not just of the year, but one of the worst movies ever, basically because of what the movie was trying to do. But leave your comments down below, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.